Well, welcome everyone. We're so excited to see you all here. So whether you're joining us live or watching the recording, we are so glad that you came with here to learn about our wonderful cruise to Greece, Albania, and Italy with Azamara Cruises next year. We are Suzanne and Steve. Can you say hi, Steve, for a second?
Hello, hello, hello.
All right, we are the owners of CruiseOne in Show Low, Arizona. So here's a little video to kind of get you going, learn a little bit about Azamara.
Push beyond the obvious, and perspective is open to change. When you see parts unknown in ports less known, unwind, stay the night, and just slow down. Wander, but never wonder what a place is really like. The difference is night and day. Azamara, change the way you see.
Nice little video. We just got off a spectacular cruise with Azamara. Just last Monday, we flew home.
Oh,
It
the
was,
elephants. Yeah.
yeah, to South Africa. We saw elephants just like that, all kinds of amazing animals, and of course, had that wonderful, wonderful hospitality that Azamara is known for. So, welcome. We're going to talk about a little bit about our agenda here. So, we're going to introduce you very quickly to our agency. We're going to cover the itinerary in detail, and then we're going to reveal some of the little things that make Azamara so special. And then we're going to discover our exclusive discounts and amenities that we have just for people booked into our group. So let's get going. So we are Suzanne and Steve Clausen. Our goal is to craft a vacation experience that exceeds your expectations. We have a passion for travel. We have been travel agents for 12 years, and travel is definitely in our DNA. And probably what sums up is your dream vacation is our mission. And we want the moment that you share your vision of what you would like your vacation experience to be, we're going to work our hard to make sure that that happen. And together, we're going to design a personalized itinerary that fulfills your wildest dreams and expectations for a vacation. So hopefully, once you see what this wonderful itinerary is, it will be one of those that matches perfectly for you. Um, we understand the importance of quality travel experiences because we travel all the time. Um, we are so thankful because there is very reliable internet on cruise ships, and we can manage our business from anywhere in the world. And our travel time, it's not just to amuse us, we enjoy it, but we also feel that it's an investment in you, our customers, because we use that personal travel experience that we have to turn around and advise you and make sure that your dream vacation is exceeding your expectations in every way. And we give you little insider tips or little inside knowledge that we have from having experienced the destination ourselves before. So just really quickly to talk to you about the advantages of working uh, with our agency. You have got somebody with 12 years experience working with the cruise lines, working on your behalf. I book literally hundreds of cruises a year where most people maybe book one or two. So I know all the little tricks and trade. And the other thing that I have is that by being that insider is really strong relationships with all our suppliers. So I can get things done that you as just a consumer who buys one or two cruises a year can't get done. And I work for you. That's the best part is I get paid by the cruise lines because I earn a commission, but I work for you. And the best secret is you don't pay any more to use me. That commission that I earn is built into the price of the cruise, whether you use me or not. So if you're booking it straight on your own, you're paying for the services of a highly experienced travel professional, and you're not getting that because you're just booking it online. I'm easy to reach, just a phone call away, no long hold queues. You leave me a voice message, I'll return your call right away. Text me, email me. I try to respond almost immediately to everything I get. So here's a look at our itinerary, and this is a 7-night Greece and Albania cruise. And I want to talk to you a little bit about why we are here tonight and why we are hosting this webinar. For years, Steve and I have always taken out great group cruises and got great group rates. And the hardest thing for us as new travel agents when we started 12 years ago was figuring out how to get the word out about those webinars to or excuse me, about that great pricing to our clients. So we started hosting these webinars, and it's our way to reach new customers and let them know about these great deals that we have on our escorted cruises. So again, I want to thank you for coming and listening to what we have going. So here's a look at the itinerary. It's 7-night Greece, Italy, and Albania. And you can see we have pretty generous times in port. We overnight in Salerno, which is a beautiful area. That gives you a chance to do some more extensive tours. That day, you don't have to worry about coming back to the ship. Maybe go to the Isle of Capri. There's lots of things you can do. So let's jump right into that itinerary. This cruise starts in Athens, and I would recommend that you come in a little bit early to Athens if you can and enjoy some time sightseeing. There's so many important things to see there, like the Parthenon, which is on top of the Acropolis. And then, of course, there's the Acropolis Museum, which has wonderful artifacts from that area that they've been preserving. You could also take a little bit of a tour out of town. There's food tours that you could do. There's other places that are pretty close by. If you are a biblical scholar, you can do a Footsteps of St. Paul tour and see the parts of Athens that he visited. There's also local ruins that you can visit in day tours, Mycenae. And then you can even do a biblical tour of ancient Corinth. So lots of stuff to do in and around Athens. If you wanted to come in, it certainly would be well worth your time to come. So our first
Later
port.
would be a good reason to come in a couple of weeks early.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Okay, so our first port is Catacalon, and we highly recommend that you take the tour that, this would be an extra cost tour, but it would take you to see the ancient city of Olympia. And here's some of the artifacts that you see there. There's a quaint downtown shopping area, some of these beautifully restored artifacts in the museum, and then you can walk around the ruins of the city of the town and even see the Olympic running ring that's there. It's a very cool place to visit. Here to look at some of the tours that Azamara offers, and I'm sorry I don't have pricing. It was too early to get pricing when I put this up. They have one that's just a transfer, so you can explore Olympia on your own at your own time. There's guided tours that you can take. If you've already been to Olympia, you can take some different tours, and like this one. It's visit Magna Graecia Farm, meet the owner, delightful personality. So you get food and immersion in the local culture if you do something like that. Okay, so our next stop is Albania, and this will be a new country for us. We've never been to Albania. I have a very good friend whose late husband was from Albania, and it's a beautiful city. It's called Sarande. Beautiful beaches, bay. It's supposed to be absolutely lovely. So you can visit there's some tours that visit the bay. There's some ancient history there. Of course, this area is so rich in the Greek and Roman ruins and that history from all there. There is a castle that you can go visit. It's 16th century Hilltop Fortress. Of course, they have beautiful waters where you can go snorkeling or swimming. It's very picturesque setting. And then you can also enjoy some tours that are going to be ones where you can do food and wine and local culture. So that's Sarande. That's going to be a neat little place to visit and a new country I don't think many of us have been to Albania. So we have a couple days at sea, and then we head over to Syracuse, Sicily. And this is our first stop in Sicily. We have 2 stops there. I've been to Italy many times, but I have never been to Sicily. So this will be like a new little thing that I can check off my bucket list. There's, again, ancient ruins. There's food tours, all kinds of different things that you can do in Sicily. These are just a few of the tours that Azamara offers. You can see there's wine tasting. You can visit this UNESCO World Heritage town of Noto. So lots of different opportunities for you to experience all the rich things that are part of the culture of Sicily. And then the next port that we go to is Catania. It's also the gateway to the beautiful city of Taormina. This is a destination that I have had people call me up and I've booked for them where they just want to go to Taormina and stay for like a week and have a hotel where they have this beautiful view that's here. Let me see if I can get it to point. Well, it's in the upper right-hand corner. Lots of different things you can do in this area. Again, Roman ruins, Mount Etna, panoramic coastline. So no matter what you choose, you're not going to be disappointed in Catania. And here's a list of some of the excursions that Azamara offers. So you can see there's a wide variety of things to do there. And then once we leave Sicily, we're going to head over to Palermo, Italy. And this is such a beautiful spot on the coast of Italy. There's some tours that will take you to Sorrento. The nice thing about this is that the large ships will dock in Naples. And Naples is a big, huge, huge sprawling town with lots of cars and pollution. But we're going to port in Palermo, which is much more peaceful and scenic. And it's a gateway, again, to so many of these fantastic sites that you see here. Pompeii, Herculaneum, the Amalfi Coast. There's no end to the different things that this can be your starting point and you can step off of and see in Italy. So again, they've got some tours in Sorrento. You can go see some of the excavated ruins. You can do Amalfi Coast by motor launch. That's a boat. So you're gonna sail down the Amalfi Coast instead of fighting the traffic winding on the roads. You can see the ruins of Herculaneum, and again, like I mentioned before, Pompeii. And then the cruise ends in Rome. Now your adventure doesn't have to, because we would recommend that you stay in the Eternal City for a couple of days. Rome is such a lovely place. There's so many things to do there. You can visit the Vatican, of course, the Trevi Fountain. Somehow we ended up at the Trevi Fountain every single day when we were in Rome last time I was there, and I don't know how we
like that
managed
one
that.
gelato place.
Yeah, we got gelato and sat at the Trevi Fountain every day. Of course, there's the Pantheon, which is one of the oldest standing dome buildings in all the world, but definitely in Rome. And of course, all different styles of churches. Rome is just like a museum that you can walk through. It's really an amazing place. So this is an amazing cruise because you start in Athens, end in Rome, have all those wonderful little places in between, and you have really the two cities that were the center of our Western heritage for thousands of years. So really amazing itinerary.
You don't even have the Forum or the Colosseum on there. The Colosseum.
Well, I only had space for 3 pictures. There's a lot more to see in Rome. I put it that way. So here's our ship. It's Azamara Quest. We were just on it last week. It's such a perfectly sized ship with only 750 passengers. It's a small ship. It can get into ports that the big ships can't get into. It's not contributing to over tourism because when 700 passengers file off and come back on, it's not doubling the size of the city. And it's perfectly sized for those of you that don't want to be on a ship with 7,500 of your best friends. There's a variety of dining venues, and that's one of the things that you see in larger ships, but this ship has that. You have a wide variety of dining, but you also have that intimacy. I mentioned before we started our presentation that we had sailed on the Quest last January. We just got off of it, and when we were walking around the ship the first day, they were waving at Steve and me, and they were going, "Oh, Steve, Suzanne, how are you doing? We're so glad to have you back." And then they're like, Maker's Mark, old fashioned. I knew that was what Steve liked, and I kind of switched it up, but I think they knew that I liked the Moscow Mule cocktail, so I know they got me that a couple times. But it's such a wonderful little tiny intimate ship, but still with some great entertainment. 5 restaurants, multiple bars. It's a nice ship. And here's a little video to just kind of show you more about the small ship experience with Azamara. right.
Oh,
And I
that
want you
included
to,
slide coming up in a minute.
yeah, I've got another slide, but I hope you notice at the end of that slide all of the inclusions that Azamara includes with their cruises. So that's a really nice thing. They don't nickel and dime you. They don't give you one price with perks, price, completely without perks. They allow you to enhance it, but they always include drinks, um, and a couple of those amazing experiences, which we'll talk about. So they have a lot of late night departures. They really are about authentically connecting you with the destination. For example, we were just in South Africa, and on the last day of the cruise, they had a South African barbecue for us where they were cooking traditional dishes from South Africa. That was actually really cool. You got to try the local taste without even getting off the ship. And then they have this amazing thing. It's called the As Amazing Evening. And this is a complimentary experience that everybody can get. Now, they haven't announced which port it's going to be in. It's way out in 2026, so I don't know. But these are some
The late
pictures
nights
from,
or the overnight? You're out pretty
yeah,
late.
yeah, you are out pretty late. So on our African cruise that we just got off of, I don't have pictures, but they took us to this beautiful like market hall where they had a theater set up for us, and they had people in traditional South African costumes, and they did singing and dancing and really told the story of the people of South Africa. It was an amazing experience. And these pictures are from when we were in Dubrovnik, Croatia at the top. And then the one at the bottom is their show in Montevideo, which is a celebration of Carnival. So those elaborate costumes and makeup and this amazing, unique singing were all brought to life in front of us. So I'm kind of thinking, because we overnight in Palermo, that might be where it is. So it might be some sort of Italian amazing experience for us. They really they really are big about making sure that you have that cultural immersion in every destination. So here's more about that small ship personalized experience. They have a variety of dining rooms. They have room service. Everybody gets beer, wine, and spirits all day and all night, not just with meals. You can go to happy hour. They do have some upgraded beverage packages where you can get a little more premium wines and liquors, but the drinks are all included. Again, that As Amazing Evening. They have unlimited self-service laundry. So if you want to pack light and do laundry in the middle of the cruise, you just need to find a time when the laundry room's not too busy and you can get it done. And then your gratuities are also included in the price of your cruise. So there's never a need to tip. Although I have to tell you, there's some people that just took such great care of us. We gave them a little extra at the end of the cruise. They have these wonderful activities and parties on board. And I've got pictures of two of my favorite. One is the white night, where everyone is supposed to dress up in white. Steve did beige night because he forgot to pack his white clothes. So he wore a khaki shirt and khaki pants. Almost everybody else was dressed up. But that's a great activity. And so this picture of the guy barbecuing is actually at white night. So they do a barbecue then, but they also do at least once, sometimes twice, an officer's barbecue where the officers are out there cooking and they're serving you up. As a matter of fact, on white night, because they need to get everyone.
Stuff,
Yeah, oh, they have good food, but they need to get everybody fed and served. So all of the officers on the ship, I guess, except the ones that are driving the ship, are all out there helping serve your food, just because they need all hands on deck to make that event just a completely seamless and comfortable event. Here's just an idea of what the entertainment is like. They usually have two singers and four singers, two dancers, plus usually the cruise director and the assistant cruise director are also accomplished singers. So we've had them be like Broadway singers or opera singers. So not only do you get the shows from your production cast, but you also get shows from the cruise director and the assistant cruise director. And this picture, I'm thinking this might be white night, and it was just a chilly night. But what they do is they have like a party set that they play with the orchestra, and the cruise directors and the production singers all get up there and sing and dance and lead the party. It's a lot of fun. It really is. It's very personalized, you know, because you get, with only 750 people, you get to know those folks. Amazing cuisine from around the world. So they always try to bring local flavors on board. They have 2 specialty restaurants. There's Prime C, which is a steakhouse, and then Aquilina, which is Italian and seafood. But if you don't like seafood or you don't like steak, they've got something for you. And here's another thing, I'll talk about this later. Azamara has amazing vegan options. So if you know somebody who is on a kind of a more restricted diet, or they're vegetarian, vegan, Azamara has great options for those. And they always ask you if you have any dietary restrictions or allergies before they even take your order. Here's just some more examples of the food and dining experience. We've done a couple of wine tastings with them, and their sommeliers that lead these experiences are great. We did one that was South African on this trip, and then we did a blind tasting. And the blind tasting was a lot of fun because we got to smell the wine, talk about with no preconceived ideas, and try to figure out what it was, what characteristics we liked about it. You know, just really good wines available. It's just it's a great experience overall on Azamara. And you have dining choices. So Discoveries is the main dining room, and they have a rotating menu there. So if you eat there every night, you never have to have the same thing. There's Aquilina, again, I said it's Italian and seafood. The Prime C, the Patio Grill, which is a place that's outside by the patio near the buffet area, and they have burgers and wings and nachos. Yeah, and that's an outside area. And then in the Windows Cafe, it's a very elegant buffet. And as soon as you sit down, somebody is coming over and pouring you a glass of wine or coffee or iced tea, whatever the appropriate beverage is for that time of day. They are taking care of you. And that's one of my favorite things is that the food and the service on Azamara is just exceptional. They have lots of public spaces. There is a couple quiet spaces that I really didn't feature in here, like a library and a quiet space. So if you're one of these people that likes to get out of your room and just curl up with a book in a quiet corner, you can do that. But they also have lively public spaces where they're going to have things like the cabaret lounge or the living room. They have the party band there. They have other activities like karaoke or crew karaoke. And there's just always a lot of nice things to do in the evening. So whether you like the sun or the shade, the pool deck is beautiful, and they have very luxurious loungers. And it's not too hard to find a seat out there because remember, you only have 750 passengers. And here's a look at what the rooms look like. So this is the most modest room. This is going to be your interior cabin. And I kind of feel like not all of these sell because I think most people are going to want at least a room with a window. But if you're on a really tight budget, those interiors can be great. The rooms with a window, you can convert that to 2 beds. So if you're traveling with a platonic roommate, this can be split into 2 beds. Some of these even have a sofa bed, and these are a modest 143 square feet. Now, if you want a little extra room, that's where I recommend the veranda or the Veranda Plus. The Veranda rooms are going to be more like you're used to if you've cruised with Celebrity on the Infinity or the Solstice class ships. The rooms are about the same size, about 185 square feet, 175 square feet, plus your veranda. And if you do the Veranda Plus, you get a little bit of extra amenities that are tied to that room. You get an internet minutes package, you get a bag of laundry, you get 1 night of specialty dining. So you can do either Prime C or Aquilina for free, and then you get complimentary in-room spirits. And what that means is they bring you 1 bottle. You pick what you want. I picked a bottle of rum, so I had a bottle of rum in my room every night, or it was in there the whole week, I should say. Okay, so we have the Club Continent Suite. And this is what Steve and I booked for this cruise, and what we were booked in for the last cruise. We mostly like it because of the extra square footage. Now, they don't offer group rates on this, so I have to quote you the prevailing rate, but Azamara's rates are so reasonable. I think you'll find it a very good price, especially for what you get. You get a bag of laundry, you get a lot of square footage, and I just love that desk there. That's where I spread out and put my computer, and that table actually rises up to deck height. So Steve can put his computer there when we're working on board the ship. Again, you get unlimited complimentary specialty dining, although we found that, 2 nights in Prime Sea, 2 nights in Aquilina, plus maybe one more night in one is really enough, because they only have, the menu's only so big in the specialty, whereas in the cafe, the main dining room, it changes every night. So you also, if you're in one of these Club Continents, which you get access to the thermal areas and the spa, complimentary. They do have some
There's a
larger
separate
suites.
private pool area.
Yeah. And they also do have some larger suites. If that's something that you're interested in, I can certainly get you a quote on those as well. Okay, and now there's a couple. Now remember, you get that drinks package automatically. Your gratuities are included automatically. But if you want to add the essentials package, that gives you the upgraded beverage package, and it gives you $200 of shore excursion credit, unlimited Wi-Fi for one device, unlimited beverage package for two. Well, you already have that, but it's the ultimate one. So it upgrades your beverage package, right? And then you get $100 spa onboard credit. You don't really have to spend it in the spa. If you want to spend it in the gift shop or upgrading a beverage package, again, something like that, fine bottle of wine, you can use it for that. You get one bag of laundry, and you get either the chef's table or the 3-table tour. Steve, can you remind me what that is? I'm trying to remember what the chef's table is.
It's in Prime Sea. It's at the back of the place. They have a
Okay,
food and
it's a
wine
tasting
pairing and
menu.
stuff.
Yeah. That's so you can either do that. So that's a really nice thing. You can add this package to our group rate on any cabin that we have in our in our allocation. So it gives the early booking rates. They give you the value of including that. So you can add for $8.99 to our group rates. You can add that package. Now this is they're doing a promotion right now where you get this included for free. But what I'll show you in the chart next, it's actually a better deal to book our group rates and add that package on top of it. And I'll show you that in the next slide. Now, I know this is a bit of an eye chart, okay? But these are the current rates. I just grabbed this chart off the website, and it's everything from the Club World Owner Suite all the way, down to the most modest, the Club Interior. And this is their current pricing. So down here, I've done the math for you. So this is the Azamara direct price. This is our group. Oh, yes, and that's the other thing. That $8.99 is per cabin. So you can divide that in half. It ends up being like $4.50, right? So you add that to our discounted group rate, and you get a savings of like $101 per person. You add it to our veranda cabins, it's $190 savings over the Azamara direct rate. And then if you add it to the V2 veranda, there's an even bigger price difference. These are considered more prime locations. You save $331. So hopefully you can see that on the slideshow, and it all makes sense to you. But it's so our group discounts don't include that package, but by the time you add it to it, you're still saving money, and you have a choice. You could either book it without that extra package or with it. So there's definitely some choices. And here's our perks that we're going to do exclusively for people who book into our group. You're going to get $100 onboard credit, and then we're going to do a complimentary private wine tasting event just for the folks that are booked into our group. And we really enjoyed the 2 wine tasting events we did on our most recent Azamara cruise. We did a South African wine tasting that was amazing. And we got to try the varietals that have been grown there for years. And then we also did, I mentioned that blind tasting, and that was a lot of fun too. So we want to get you booked for Greece and Italy and Albania. It's gonna be an amazing cruise. I mean, you saw those the prices, you saw the itinerary, and you saw the ship. It's gonna be wonderful. So we have great rates. We have, of course, our concierge level service that we do give to every single guest that books with us. You really become like family, and we're going to take care of you from the moment we start planning your vacation to the minute till you're back home, and then get you started on your next vacation planning. And Steve and I are going to be on board, so we're going to be there to make sure that everything on your trip is exceeding expectations. And we will work with the ship. If there's any kind of slight problem, we'll make sure that we get it fixed for you. And then you can either book with the all-inclusive early perks, or you can book at our group rates and add those on. So lots of great reasons. So join our fun group. We've already got 14 guests booked, and we hope to grow that. I mean, this is way early because the cruise is a year and a half away. So October 26th, a little bit over a year and a half. We always say this whenever we do our group: you can do as little or as much with a group as you want. You know, we're not going to drag you kicking and screaming. Come and sit with us at happy hour. You must do that. No. So you can dine by yourself if you choose. We can get a group together and dine. So however you want to do it. And then it's just such an intimate atmosphere on this ship. We just love that it's not a big, crowded, over-the-top ship with ice skating rinks and Ferris wheels. I don't know what else you would have on a ship these days. Seems like they put everything. And we don't want you to miss out on our low group rates, because you could see from that chart that you're saving in every category that we're holding in the group rates. And the prices are still really good for those suites, the Club Continent suites, and some of those Veranda Pluses where they don't allow us to hold group space, but they've got really good prices. I compare Azamara to other cruise lines that are like the same size ship, or kind of the same kind of amenities, and their price is so reasonable for everything that you get that's included with Azamara. So here's just a summary of the itinerary. 7-night Mediterranean. Again, we visit Olympia, Greece, Sarande, Albania, Syracuse and Catania, Sicily, and then overnight in Salerno.
We're in Salerno or Palermo? You said Palermo on your charts.
Did I say Palermo? It's Salerno. Oh, goodness. I always get those two mixed up. It is definitely Salerno, not Palermo. I think Palermo's on Sicily. No, it's Salerno, which is, okay, I'll have to go back and fix this. You proofread this thing, Steve. Did you not catch that?
I did. No.
Okay, so it is Salerno, not Palermo. This is not the first time I've gotten those mixed up. Okay. So I'm going to be a fabulous cruise. It's going to be really amazing. But just so you know, we're not one-trick ponies. We work with lots of different cruise lines and do different itineraries. I know I've got some people on this webinar that are already booked and going to be joining us for Iceland in August of 2025. We're having a webinar on this tomorrow. So this is someplace that's always been on your list. Join us tomorrow for our webinar on Iceland. And this was the other thing. If you want to extend this trip a little bit longer than just a week,
I did go in early, yeah.
Yeah, there are several of us that are doing this. We are going to go in like a week and a half early. We're going to start on the Windstar Legend in Istanbul. And then we go visit all these places in Greece. None of the places, interestingly enough, repeat between the two cruises, except for, I guess, Athens, where you start and finish. So you get off the ship, you spend 4 nights in Athens, or you could go to the surrounding area. You could, go visit someplace else. There's lots of stuff to do in that area. And then come back and join the Azamara ship. Yeah, and this one actually goes through the Corinth Canal. The Windstar ship that's going to do this is one of the few major cruise line cruise ships that's still small enough to go through the Corinth Canal. So very interesting itinerary there.
Yeah, this one's a max 350 passengers. So
Yeah. We are doing some escorted river cruises. We are going to go to the capital of wine, Bordeaux, and visit all the great wine growing regions there. We're doing a webinar on that February 11th. And then in November of 2025, on the Alma Magna, we're doing the Gems of Southeast Europe, Budapest to Bucharest. This is a celebration of wine cruise, and we're partnering with our good friends at Los Milix Winery, which is they're a newer winery located in Elgin, Arizona, and they are winning all the awards for winemaker of the year, wine of the year, everything like that in Arizona for the last 2 or 3 years. Excellent, excellent winery. We recorded a webinar on that one on November 6th, and it's posted on YouTube. So if you're interested in learning about that, be sure to check out our YouTube page. And then April of 2026, we are doing another Avalon, another one of our favorite river cruise lines to partner with. We're doing romantic Rhine with Lucerne and Lake Como. So we'll go from Amsterdam to Basel on the ship, and then we have 4 days on land visiting Lake Como and Lucerne. It's going to be an amazing trip. So we're having a webinar on that on February 12th. We've got Antarctica in 2 ways in 2026. We have got a 14-night scenic sailing only with Celebrity, and you can see that picture that's up top. That's what it looks like to do the scenic sailing cruise through Antarctica with Celebrity Cruises. And we also are hosting this time an expedition cruise on the Greg Mortimer. This is a small purpose-built ice-breaking ship. I've got a call. You got a call for current pricing. We did have some group rates, which I think we have sold out of. I might have one. It's kind of they're kind of been hemming and hawing about it. But if they don't, it'd be about 22,000 a person. Again, this is a completely different experience. 120 passengers on the ship. We do have a recorded webinar on YouTube of this. And this, if you're interested in this at all, call me right away, because this may be your last chance to book at our group rates. Again, it's a year away, and we're pretty much sold out of our group on that one, but I might be able to do one more. So if you're interested, please be in touch with me. And our Wine Lovers Cruise. So we have several people that are live on this call that I know went with us last April on the Celebrity Beyond. Well, in March of 2026, we're going to be on the Celebrity Ascent doing a 10-night best Southern, what is it? The best of the Southern Caribbean. And it's going to be an amazing, amazing itinerary. So, and amazing wines. Eric has, I think, some of the best wines in the world, and he brings them on board to do wine tasting on board the ship. And let's see, there we go. Oh, and Scandinavian capitals. Holland America, another cruise line that we love partnering with. They have some of the best itineraries. So that's what makes them so unique, is there are fabulous itineraries that go all over the world. And this one is really nice because it does Scandinavian capitals, and going to be a fabulous experience. We're having a webinar on this one, February 13th. And if none of this works for you, we always say, check out our groups page. We have discounted pricing on tons of escorted group cruises. Find this page on our website, which is vacationsbysuzanne.com. You look for the groups icon. You can scroll through this bar, and it shows you all the different cruises that we're featuring in our groups. But still, if that still doesn't work for you, need to sail to another destination or different date, we are a preferred national account partner with all the major cruise lines, and we have preferred discounted rates on many, many different sailings. And the nice thing about it is as an individually owned franchise agency, we have access to this large scale pricing because we're part of World Travel Holdings, which is the #1 retailer of cruises in North America. So we have a lot of buying power. So no matter where you want to go and when you want to go, contact me for a no obligation consultation. I will find you a deal. There are plenty of deals to be had. So I'm going to sum everything up. Of course, we want you to book as soon as possible for the best cabin selection. We have our incredible group savings. We have our group onboard credit of $100. That's just per person
cabin.
Is it per cabin or per person?
That's per cabin.
Per cabin. Okay, again, my proofreader missed this again. I guess I
No,
should have fixed it
no,
too.
you had
I can't.
something else there. I told you
Oh,
need to
okay.
match the other side.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. All right. See, $100 per cabin. I'm corrected. Um, we're going to have our exclusive wine tasting event. And then, of course, our concierge level travel planning service. We will help you with your air, your pre and post cruise hotel. We have experience in all of these destinations. So we are your go-to folks when it comes to figuring all this stuff out. So if you're not booked already, give me a call. I will be happy to do a complete no obligation quote. I will give you we'll find the best cabin, the best location for you, and you're going to have just an out of the ordinary experience with Azamara. So again, this is how you get in touch with us. We have our email on there, our toll-free phone number, and our website, our YouTube page, and our Facebook page. We invite you to follow our YouTube page and Facebook. We post webinars like this every once in a while. And so this is one way that we keep people up to date on our great pricing that we have and some promotional cruises. And we also put a lot of our exciting deals up on Facebook. So we're just so glad that you came. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. And then I'll go back to the slide presentation if you need me to. But I just wanted to see if anybody had any specific questions or needed to see any of those slides again. Oh, and there's Audrey. Yes.
Oh, I just want to mention that this cruise also will go all the way to December 8th to Miami. So you could extend it to go further down in Italy, and I'm looking at maybe going as far as Barcelona, but you can continue on. It's not like it's just this 8 or 10 days. You can go further if you want.
Yes. So if
And Suzanne will help you with that.
Yeah, if you're going to go back to back to back, you would take Rome, then to Barcelona, and then if you had another 2 weeks that you wanted to just relax, you take Barcelona to Miami, and
flying back.
Yeah. Instead of flying back, you could do that. So and absolutely, I can help set that up for you. So if you want to spend a little more time,
you want to have Thanksgiving.
I know I want to have Thanksgiving with the kids, and they can't they can't work from the ship like we do. So that's a good point. Thank you for pointing that out, Audrey. So that's awesome. I would love to help somebody have one of those extended journeys and no repeat ports.
Audrey, you need to start over there in Istanbul then with Windstar.
We'll see. I'm looking at it. I haven't ruled it out, but I definitely Italy was my number one thing I wanted to do, and when COVID hit, that got canceled.
We had that booked, right?
Now, how many years later, I still haven't got to Italy. So, yeah, I'm looking at that, but I still. Pam sent me this map. I've got a lot of places to put points on this map.
Oh, I know. Savannah gave me a map a couple years ago for, I guess it was maybe for my birthday. And here, let me see if I can, I don't know if I can show it because of the background. I can't show it, but I got to put my South Africa pins in when I got back.
Nice.
So
yeah, I started putting pins in. I'm like, I have a lot of places I still need to go. And I'm getting old, so.
Well, that's why we're trying to get it all done before we have grandkids. We don't have any on the way, so we're good.
I have great grandkids, so yeah, I'm old.
You're not that old. All right. Well, any other questions?
I'm looking forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks, girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take care, Deb.
See you in Australia.
Thanks, Audrey. Good to see you.
Good to see all of you.
Does anybody need to see another slide again?
I'm good. I will call you later because we haven't cruised Azamara in a while, and I know we're in a Club Continent suite, so I don't know. We probably need to upgrade that drink package.
Oh,
or no. See, but they get the ultimate with the Club Continent. Is that correct?
Oh no, they get the prevailing discount, which I believe at the time, the prevailing discount included the ultimate. We'll check
Oh,
it though.
okay. So do you think we have that then, Steve?
I think so. I think so. We'll have to check
Okay,
though.
so we'll check
Is
on that.
Is
Okay.
there a level on top of that, Steve? Because I know you and John upgraded something while I was back in the
No,
room.
the ultimate is the top level.
Oh, it is. Okay, that's
All
good.
right, so
Okay.
then I think Kip and Judy probably also have that.
Yeah, I
Because
believe
I
we
that that was
believe at
part
the
of it.
time we all booked our club continents, the
Yeah.
ongoing promotion was that enhance more or whatever package was
Okay,
included.
perfect. Okay, perfect.
All right. Any other questions? We'll go ahead and stop the recording.